Hello, my name is Karі Kivinen, and I'm representing Finnish Faktabaari. Faktabaari is a Finnish fact-checking organization which has specialized in digital information literacy. Why is that? It's because when we do fact checks about the disinformation which is online, we have noticed that only very little number of people who are receiving the disinformation receive our correction. So we have decided that we want to give a kind of tools for people, especially young people, teachers, how to resist disinformation, how to find disinformation online. And we have been adapting fact checkers, professional fact checkers tools to the school environments. And I will share a little presentation with you, and please follow me. So first of all, in the Europe, we have defined what is a person which is digitally competent. We have this target that by 2030, 80% of the population have basic digital skills. And part of these basic digital skills are, for example, following things. That people are aware that online environments contain all kinds of information, including misinformation and disinformation. That people are able to know how to differentiate, for example, sponsored content from other online content, and know how to analyze and critically evaluate the online search results. And what is more important also, that there is this willingness to verify the information we see. Very quickly, in Europe, we are using the information disorder definitions, where misinformation is a mistake. All the press, me in this speech, I can make mistakes. When I notice that I've made a mistake, I correct it. We all make mistakes. Misinformation in Europe means that. But disinformation is a lie. It's a false or misleading information which is created, presented, and disseminated for some purpose. And normally these purposes are not very good ones. And it can cause serious public harm. The third one is malinformation, it might be a correct information, but it's used against to harm somebody. And for example, hate speech or nasty gossips are like that. So when we are speaking with children, we can speak about mistake, lie, and gossip. Why action is needed is that according to the European different research, 70% of the Europeans come quite often across the disinformation. 80% thinks that it's a problem, and 81% thinks that it's even a problem for the democracy. Because so that people can make, for example, in elections, which we have in many countries this year, you can base your choice of the party or the person on facts and not wrong information. And from the students' point of view, the problem is that the screen time has been increasing horribly, and students and children get their news from different kind of sources than we adults. TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, and other sources where we don't know what the information they get. So about the half of the European students say that they have been taught that there is some kind of problem with online information, only half. And about 1/3 are underperforming when they are evaluating the online content. This is a new statistics about Europe, the people who have seen untrue or doubtful information in the internet. And for example, my country, Finland, is leading here because we are speaking a lot about that in Finnish press, in Finnish schools. People are looking for the if there is wrong information, and that's good. But there are countries where there is much less attention paid for the online content. what is difference between the information literacy and digital information literacy? In the good old times, libraries were the places where if you want to know something about the giraffe or elephant, you could go to the library, you could ask librarian, where can I find books and information about these animals? And the books are classified clearly, easy to find information on whatever subject. And there were books where you could find information. Nowadays, we all have mobile phones with Google or other browsers and search engines. And the responsibility to find information from the non-classified universe of all kind of things is left to us. And also for children and youngsters. So suddenly we are not benefiting the structured information classification, but we are supposed to be ourselves able to find the information we are looking for. That's why in Faktabaari we are absolutely promoting the digital information literacy, which is the ability to access, manage, and understand, evaluate, disseminate information safely and appropriately through digital technologies. And it's something quite recent. In the last days or months, or actually after the November 22, generative AI has changed this picture again. And with these new wonderful Gen AI tools, it's much more easier to create deep fakes, wrong information, which looks absolutely correct. And the digital information literacy is even more important now. In Faktabaari, we have created a lot of materials, texts, and background information, which you can freely download from our site about the phenomena and about how to react and what to do for that. So we are proposing that there are new types of online reading skills and strategies to be learned in the online environments. So the traditional reading skills are helpful, absolutely needed, but they should be complemented with new online assessment strategies and online literacy skills to tackle disinformation. So according to the research, pre-bunking, debunking, strategic ignorance, lateral reading are quite, effective ways to tackle disinformation. And I will explain some of them quickly. Lateral reading means that if you're doing, for example, a Google search, you get 300,000 results. You have to be aware that among the results, the Google and other platforms, search engines, they are promoting so-called sponsored content. So you can buy visibility for your information. Also, there are technical tools to optimize your information. And when we are making a search, it's not really serving our needs of information, but maybe the people who would like to spread commercial or other type of information, who are kind of giving money to the platforms so that we see first. So instead of taking the first hit or the second hit, even touching it, we should check maybe who is behind that information, and maybe by opening a new tab, looking a little bit, is this truthful source, and so on. So the lateral reading means that you are not analyzing every single hit you get, because you would get old with that. We have a limited concentration span. We should be very selective on what we read and what we analyze. So there are two different dimensions in the online text. So first of all, the accuracy of the text, the quality of the arguments, comparing with other text, comparing with the previous knowledge. If you find something which is sounding strange and not really fitting your previous knowledge, you should be suspicious. But the second part is the assessment of the reliability of the source. Is it made by somebody? Can you find a writer? Is it a well-known, reliable source? And also, is it written or created by an expert of this particular area? Because there are a lot of experts in online environment, self-made experts. So these are the kind of components one has to look. And we have kind of, in the Faktabaari, we have kind of summarized it for the three main questions. When you are seeing online news, which is a bit suspicious, check who is spreading the claim, what is the source, what is the evidence that has been presented to support the claim, and what do other sources have to say. So you can open new tabs and check, is this really true? We have also made a little video where in English where you can check and maybe show with your students or with your children at home how to do this three questions evaluation. I already mentioned the artificial intelligence. So I love artificial intelligence and generative AI tools. They are really wonderful. The problem is that even the GenAI platforms say that, sorry, our tool might invent things. Our tool is not perfect, and it's called hallucination. So even the OpenAI platform is stating openly that our tool can create not truthful information about the people, about the sources, and about the facts. So everything we get from the artificial intelligence, we should verify. And this is the issue where we need, once again, digital information literacy and good knowledge on the suspect we are looking for. With artificial intelligence, it's better. It's wonderful tool to make nice photos, but it can also be used to create fake, deep fakes, modified photos, and to use them. They look perfectly right and use them in a wrong context. That's why we have created a game. In browsers, you can choose the language about artificial intelligence photos. Can you find which is the real one? And it's really difficult. And our instructions for the artificial intelligence users is that never ever share any information which you have received from the artificial intelligence, which might have mistakes. So you should assess critically any response produced by an online tool, and never copy directly the output of the GenAI to any documents, and never rely on the GI tool answers in a time-sensitive processes. So what we would like to say is that we should all be inspired by the wonderful opportunities of the online, but we should learn and teach critical digital skills. So first, become a critical online information user ourselves, teach it to our students and our children and our friends, and also to our grandparents, and use it in our everyday life safely. So this is a shortcut of our information. Thank you.